Easy interruption of my dogs running away and rolling in something and having to be washed. I'm back because I want to keep playing this game. You thought I was just getting water. No. I was going on a scenic drive through my neighborhood. Oh. The first ever hibernation festival brought the people of Porcupine together. They celebrated and feasted. But when it was all done, there was still a pile of candy left over. Together, they decided to store leftover candy in a cabinet. Now that day, my dear vending machine, you were born. Yes, I'm sure that's how the story goes. It's that bad, Hoffman. Not in the mood for the hibernation festival? Sure I am, but someone has to keep this place running. I'll be in a minute though. Then we'll get the real part started. All that nonsense beforehand with stews and everything. I can't stand it. Anyway, boring. I heard you can win a bottle of liquor in the wine stand though. I've got to get my hands on that. Sorry, incredibly already. I've heard it's delicious. Walked away, now I can't stop adjusting my camera again. There's only one bottle of it. I'm afraid I've got bad news. What? Has someone cleaned the bottle already? Well, Roman Hydric has it. That greaseball. How dare he? The world is just not a fair place. He won't even appreciate the drink of that quality. When I get my hands on him. Now, off to your shift. Dr. Krakowski's waiting. You're on the night shift together tonight. Yay. We're gonna go up the elevator. I got oranges. That's a plus. Why is there like a random weird symbol in the elevator? I'm about to spill orange juice everywhere. Krakowski! Good evening, Finley. Happy Hibernation Festival, Dr. Krakowski. Yes. Hope you had a good time. Well, you weren't there, were you, Krakowski? Little party pooper. Yes, It's just the two of us today. Holidays are well and good, but someone has to keep lights on here. That's true, how everything's looking. As they should. People actually always feel better on a day like this. That is gonna jinx us, Dr. Krakowski. Someone's about to die. Some are homesick, others are happy, just have peace and quiet. Still, from a psychological point of view, the Hibernation Festival actually seems to help them. It will take care of their dear Irma today. Please handle your duties. You'll find me in the break room when you're done. She really always just be in the break room. Lazy. On the text message. Can't believe I won. Still shaking. That was amazing. Thanks, Finley. You're welcome, Mia. I almost just spilled my oranges. Schedule updated. An owl. P33. I gotta go in order. Left to right. What's your name, Miss Owl? Dr. Gerda Goodenneisdorf. Finally. Bring me a cup of black tea, then tell Dr. Theobald I really want to speak to him. Actually, I'm your attending physician. You're a doctor? Say Ursula, save us. You're barely out of diapers. Do they sell medical degrees online now? Let's not lose sight of what's the matter here, Dr. Neisdorf. Dr. Neisdorf. You have come to us today suffering some severe tremors. On top of that, you've been complaining about reoccurring itching and muscle atrophy. Liver cirrhosis. What? Liver cirrhosis. Are you deaf? You've already been diagnosed. I can't see anything here. I'm a surgeon, child. I've had liver cirrhosis for longer than you've been alive. Accordingly, I'm aware of the high mortality rate once surgical intervention becomes necessary. That's why I'm here. Well, just perform your own surgery, lady. Get down to business. Okay. Is it a game I'm bad at? No, it's not. Okay. 5. I keep on grabbing my mouse. Okay, we need more orange, less red, more green, less pink. Get more green, less pink. Ooh, not that one. That one. Oh, maybe we do need that one because we need to do this, and then we need to do that. And then do that. Two of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Treatment complete. I didn't look at my score. Your liver readings are in critical range. You don't say. To make sure cirrhosis of the liver we're dealing with, we need to do a liver biopsy. No, ma'am. I already know it's cirrhosis of the liver. What will you take me for? Although I'm not sure your accounting department will be thrilled if you carry out a few unnecessary procedures they can charge me for. What if it's not liver cirrhosis? Do I have to teach you how to treat me right here, lady? Listen. You listen. I like a drink if you know what I mean. Excuse me? Talking about chronic alcohol abuse. Hopefully not while you're doing surgery. And your nursing staff insists I don't drink. I insist you don't drink here. You're a surgeon. So now I have two problems. Alcohol withdrawal and this blasted liver cirrhosis. Alcohol withdrawal is, very serious. According to the latest research, your symptoms could also be triggered by other diseases. New research. A little waffle, that's what that is. Go ahead, I know you're sure exactly what you're doing. I'm a doctor, lady. Listen to me. I'm your doctor. Come on. Oh, wrong way. Miss Bat. I swear, she has her laptop out. Good evening, Miss Pangallon. It's important not to get rattled. After every inhalation, she's blood on her. Everything that is closed will one day open up again, vice versa. May I interrupt for a moment? Oh. Hello, Finley. I didn't hear you come in. We were just lost in conversation. I bumped into dear Sonia here in the evening in the cafeteria. That's one way of putting it. I've forgotten I was meant to have that important meeting today. Suddenly it got hard to breathe and I passed out. Dr. Gotera brought me back up here. I have to admit, a certain amount of luck. Benjamin from surgery happened passing through at the time too. He was a huge help getting Sonia up here safely. Oh my gosh. I'll take it from here. Let me know if I can be of any assistance. And Galen, I wish you all the best for natural recovery for both mind and body. If you're helping a patient, I don't think you're on a break. Thank you. How are you feeling, Miss Van? Still feel a little out of sorts. Your blood pressure must have been fluctuating. You had extremely high resting pulse when you first arrived here, and the drugs regulate your blood pressure. Dr. Gatella kept talking to me until I felt better. He was saying something about my inner core breathing exercise, that kind of thing. But he wasn't exactly wrong. Let me check your readings. We have to make sure the drugs are working. Oh, heck. Okay. Up, 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 up. Down, up, down, down, up. I think I was pressing the wrong button. That was so bad. A bee? Yay. Medication only solve part of your problem. It would be wise to develop ways to reduce stress. Fortunately, this happens to a lot of people nowadays. But how am I supposed to avoid stress? Well, there's a few options, but you'll need to work out what works best for you. They didn't teach us much about stress avoidance techniques in middle school, to be honest. Thing is, Dr. Gutierrez said that kind of helped. Gonna take a nap. Maybe I'll get lucky and catch him tomorrow. Rest well. Man, she got blood on her face. Man, who's this squirrel? Can I visit Ingrid? Nope, she's in 302 and I can't go in. But I really love going to the hibernation festival today. I'm sure you would have. I'm sorry it didn't work out. It's okay, I've been having my own little hibernation festival right here. I just had coffee with cream and hazelnut. It's the highlight of my day. Did I get a hazelnut candle? I don't think I did. I suck. Are you in pain? Yep, I'm trying not to get me. But don't make things too uncomfortable for yourself. We can always get some painkillers if you want. I'll give you some medication to help bring swelling down. Alright, medication. I forget how it is. I'll look for the vein close to the surface. I like that one. Oh my gosh, you're shaking so much. Jeez. Shots. Please tell us if the pain gets any worse. If you have a problem urinating, you really shouldn't be drinking caffeine this late in the day, but you may find that coffee helps a little. Anyways, I wish you a wonderful hibernation festival and a good night's sleep. Okay. Can I sneak out of the hospital and get a candle? Because I forgot a candle. Nope, I can't. Dang it. To the break room. Dr. Krakowski's always in the break room. I'm done. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? No. Patient's doing a little better today. Glad the night shift now. Quite pleasant, if you say so. Abu. You really cooked today. I like that. I have one more request for you. Irma, we're watching her and she's not doing well. She asked if the nice doctor would stop by again today. I think she means you. She could check. Sure, I'd love to. Everyone keeps... I have to tell her I didn't get her a candle. I think she's in 301. Nope, 302. Nope, 303. Yep. How are you doing? Finley, what are you doing here? I thought you were out celebrating. It was. It was great. I met a lot of people, and the student contest was really exciting. They got the fountain working. This brings me back so many images, so many memories from all the festivals I've seen. It was the first one today, wasn't it? Yep. You should get some rest. All that talking will wear out your lungs. No, it's alright. I need someone I can spin my yarns to. Oh, okay. I'm very tired. One last story. What do you mean by that? It's okay. What? No, it's not okay at all. We'll get you back on your feet, I promise. Okay, Dr. Krowski will figure it out. I've already done more than I can imagine. But may I ask one more favor of you? Of course. I'd love another cup of tea. My throat's a little dry. Of course, we... Now, Finley, no fuss. It's alright. I'll just dash to the break room. We have tea there. I'll be right back. Winter tea. Getting a cup of tea for a patient. Ah, yes, older Emma has a taste for fine things. Could you come with me, please? She's doing well. I know. Let's check on her readings. She's going to die in the next few hours. But we have to do something. What I'm gonna do is make myself a cup of tea, too. How can you walk in here like there's nothing wrong? Why aren't you doing anything? I've already done everything I could. Sometimes even the best treatment in the world can't help. Go to her and make her feel the last hours as comfortable as possible. It's our duty to help now. Make sure she has enough painkillers. Should we contact her son? I already tried that too. I have not yet been able to reach him. Keep trying to inform him of the situation. Go now. Irma's tea is getting cold. Tell me a story, Irma. I'm back and I've got your tea. Irma? Oh, she's good. Okay. Oh, sorry, I must have dozed off for a minute. You're darling, thank you so much. Just sit down there. I'll remember my first festival, it was like yesterday. It was very cold for this time of year, and cars and parks and benches were buried in snow. But the Hibernation Festival still had to go on. Gilbert loved hot air balloons more than anything else in the world, but he also had a great fear of flying. He wasn't the youngest anymore either. Neither of us were. So we compromised by heading to the countryside to watch the balloon race. At least we used to, until it was banned. It was the Hibernation Festival, when Gilbert sat in the hot air balloon for her first time. There was already snow on the roads and the roofs and the houses. Lights, the smells were there every year. When it was cold outside, everyone started to come closer together. I'd already bought a hazelnut candle and enjoyed some lovely conversations with plenty of laughter. When Gilbert sleepily slipped away, he'd spotted a hot air balloon in the square. Back then, you could still book flights in the winter. They said you could see the whole town from up there, but that year the balloon remained grounded. The weather was already bitterly cold and very windy. Then all of a sudden, an icy gust of wind blew across the square. Hats and caps flew through the air. Mothers had to hold on to their children. That gust of wind blew Gilbert right off into the basket of the balloon. When he picked himself back up to climb back out again, he got the fright of his life. The balloon had broken loose and was already rising hundreds of feet above the town. Aw, and me? I had seen the whole thing. I leapt desperately and had a dangling rope and tried to hold down the balloon, but instead I simply floated away with it. Gilbert helped me into the basket, and the wind carried us higher and higher into the wintry clouds. Porcupine was no more than a speck of light in the fog. Eventually it disappeared together. Gilbert could barely move due to his fear of heights. The cold bit into our skin, but I managed to cheer him up. His dreams had finally come true, I reminded him, riding a hot air balloon. Fortunately, we soon realized that the burner was frozen. But then I remembered the hazelnut candle I bought, so Gilbert and I made ourselves comfortable in the basket of the balloon and lit the candle to keep warm. I don't know how long we sat there, but it was indescribably beautiful. Just us, the sky, and the clouds, and the scent of the hazelnut candle. Suddenly, there was a bang, and the burner started up again. The heat from the candle thawed it out. Gilbert quickly figured out how to steer the balloon. Even the altitude didn't bother him anymore, but how would we know which way to go? Then, before we could even begin to worry again, I heard it, very softly, the hibernation hymn, the song everybody in Porcupine sings together at the hibernational festival. We strained our ears, and Gilbert steered the balloon straight towards the song. Eventually, Porcupine emerged from the fog. The beautifully decorated marketplace, the snow-covered routes. The festival goers, what a sight. They had broken into song to help us find our way back. Gilbert landed right in the fountain, in front of the fountain, and the crowd cheered. And that's the story, more or less, of how my Gilbert and I took first flight together for the first and last time. He died the following year. I'll be reunited with him soon. Then we'll fly together again, my Gilbert and I. Are they still playing it in the square? Maybe, I'm not quite sure. I think I can hear it just faintly. Yeah, they're probably still celebrating. Here's the two of us stuck working the night shift at the hospital, eh? You're doing a good job with the work. But Irma, I made it to the hibernation. That's so sad. Ugh. Winter clothes. Finley ain't got no boots on though. Looks like someone got out of the wrong side of bed this morning. What happened? Did you enjoy the festival? Things aren't so great now, Alfio. Can I help you? No. He's so sad. I knew it was gonna happen to someone. I thought maybe it was gonna be the twins. Peanut losing her twin and everything. It's really cold today. I'm glad our display windows have double glazing. Doubt we'll get many customers in this weather though. maybe it's the right time to take off a little. They won't let me interact with that. Finley. Is everything alright? Not really, if I'm being honest. It's Irma, isn't it? Gliano called me this morning, already making her memorial figurine. It's so sad. It's really fond of old Irma. She was my patient. I was there when she died. Couldn't do anything for her. I'm so sorry to hear that, Finley. That must have been awful. I don't know how I feel yet. I hardly slept even though I was exhausted. I thought I was prepared for something like this, but Irma was... I know, Finley. Everybody knew Irma. Everybody loved her. She was lucky you were her doctor. I'm late. We can talk more another time, okay? The sudden snowbound took many by surprise. Some schools and kindergartens are still closed. Many people are happy to see snow, though some will fear a herald of another flu epidemic. Irma got in a pinch of rain. Didn't think they'd get that printed so quickly. These vegetables are almost frozen. At least they won't go bad. That's right, I don't have any money. Oh my gosh. Look, it's grass is in the snow. Great, everything's white. What should I do today? Build a snowman? Make snow angels? Go sledding? Channel Christo and Channel Christo and snow. Well, fight. Too many choices. Are you alright? You look ill. Did you get your virus? No, I'm fine. It's alright then. Gotta go, Doc. Day's short and snow's got one last. It'll let me go back over towards the bar. Let's take a gaze over the cliff of Finley. That might be nice. There's a statue you can talk to. Oh, that statue doesn't talk. No, not today. Snow's beautiful, isn't it? I must have been missing out on some conversations with Peanut by going the other way to work. Finley was just so sad that he needed some friends. Jump on the car. Jump on the car. Cars look so great. Is the puddle frozen? Nope. Gotta treat yourself. Oh, you don't want to talk to that statue either. I see. Alright, can we go to the bar? I guess we can. I don't see. Snowman. I don't want to talk to you, you know, not today. No, nothing there. Really sorry for that. Marvelous. Hope we can't do it. Oh. Okay. Let's go to work, Finley. Depression little smash. Sense a dark cloud over you, young man. You had a death on your word, right? It's not pretty for sure. The river of life flows regardless. Let it carry you. We all get swept into the great sea of eternity one day. Morning. Have a nice weekend. Why the gloomy face? Morning, Ingrid. I'm not in a great mood. Is that because of Mrs. Delcama? I'm sorry, kid, really. I like the old lady, too. Was hoping I'd feel better after the weekend. Oh, it's been a weekend. I guess you're just one of those people that feels a lot for others. But a curse and a blessing. Just make sure it doesn't become a problem for you. That's a part of the profession, kid. Try to focus. There's enough living people around here that need your help. Get it, though. They always say that first death really sticks with you. Yeah, maybe you're right. I'll focus and try my best. That's the spirit. You could take that elevator, Finley. Oh, he woke up. Finley, I heard the news this morning. Do you want to talk? Maybe grab a coffee or something? No, I want to get my work done first. Okay. If you want to talk, just come by later. Morning, Finley. How are you? Alright, I think. Patient died yesterday. Your patient. Imagine Irma's death is still on your mind. Nevertheless, I would ask you, don't let your performance levels drop. We can't let these things affect our work. Got it, you can rely on me. You know the drill. We'll talk again once you're finished. Good luck. Oh, one more thing. Irma died of complications with pneumonia. She was old, her immune system just couldn't hold everything off. She remained stable for a while. However, her condition worsened during her stay here. These things happen sometimes. The incident with the water damage in her room probably didn't help either. What I'm trying to say is, you did nothing wrong. I've even made a note to that affected my report. I signed you to treat Irma. That was the right decision. I'm sure of it. Oh. Come by anytime if you need to talk, okay? I did get my water. And I put Mio in it. It took me a really long time to get that water. And I got 2 dogs and bathed them too. Not really into that. Oh. Okay. We know he be spiritual. A baby, oh no. That baby better not die on me. How do I prefer my water, boiling or frozen? Boiling. My dear colleague, what's your assessment of your health status? My withdrawal symptoms are diminishing, and so is my pain. Good. Do you mind if I examine you? That's what I'm here for. A. Oh, I forgot how to do this. T. P. I. C. B. A. W. R. It's just like the typing games I used to do to be a better typer. Ugh. Increase vitamin B1. Your liver's on the mend. Are you sure? Nonsense, my liver's had it. The readings are clear. Really? You came to us just in time? Feel free to take a look for yourself. We'll have to keep you for a few more days of observation. If you want to keep on living, you need to keep off alcohol. Forever. Clear, honest words. I like it. Maybe something will come after all. The distant far off future. But what I do or don't do is none of your business. Alright. It's my medical opinion. Alright there, let's give the bat some pills. Yeah, I'm pretty far into this game. It's cute. We just had a really sad moment, but you know. Is it that time already? Your colleague said you'd be checking in on me again today. Looks like she was right. Shall we get straight to it? I'm sure you want to get back home. Alright, what are we doing? We got pills. Okay. Every time I grab my mouse. Less blue, more pink. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. No, okay. Then that one. Okay, there we go. I need 4 pills. Okay, hold on. Blue's right. So more orange, more pink is better. Oops, didn't mean to hit that one. More orange, more pink again. Now we need less red, less green. Okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah, the game is really cute. It's like one of those, like, it looks cute, but it's also gonna punch you in the gut. But that's my favorite types of games, I think. It's very Night in the Woods if you played that one. Seeing significant improvement. You know what? I'm actually feeling a lot better today. Better than I have in years. I feel like I'm really aware of my surroundings again. Medication's doing its job, but I think there's more than that. I managed to talk to Gotaro again. Because he like tore a wall down inside me. Yes, so this bat needs therapy. I can tell you that. So everything like I used to think it was important in a different light. Decided to change my life around completely. I don't want to end up here again. I want to be able to focus on things instead of just living for my job. I called my boss this morning and requested 4 weeks off. Good. That's not what she thought. She threatened to fire me on the spot. Yeah. Don't be. I'm the island, I'm the sea. And maybe unemployed. But I don't care at all. And that's great. I'll do my exercises and follow my heart more. Thank you for helping me. I'll make sure to thank Dr. Gotara again before I leave too. Have a great day. And look after yourself. Man. That's capitalism for you, you know? You ask for 4 weeks off for your health so that you don't die, and your boss is like, oh, you're fired. It's pretty realistic. Alright, who's this? This is a new patient. She's so small. Emma. Okay. Miss Emma Strawberry Yogurt, right? No, I'm Emma Smith. Oh, right. That's where it says here. I must have read it wrong. How you feeling, Emma Smith? I miss my home. I got a tummy ache, too. Oh. You did get some pills, didn't you? But still not better yet? No. Alright, let's look at what's up with your tummy then. What we got? Okay. I was not ready for that other game. I would have failed. Isn't there a symbol for tummy? Yeah. Skull... foot. Oh, okay, so that means the tummy's right. 3 other ones are right, just in the wrong place. Switch skull and foot. Put hand here, and let's try tooth. Okay, so... hand's right, that's right. Foot was wrong, so that means we need a droplet. And tooth is wrong, so let's try bone. Okay. Yeah, brain's the other option, huh? Here we go. A. Think your pain is because of your food allergy. I read you're not allowed to eat certain things. Is that right? Girl. Yes. So you're watching what you eat then? Yeah, but what is it, Emma? Well, Gerda said that after the hibernation festival, you can eat as many nuts as you want. Is Gerda your mom? No, my mom's name is Mom, and she's away. Who's Gerda then? Gerda Niesdorf. I always visit her when I'm homesick. She's a doctor like you. Wait a minute. Do you mean Dr. Niesdorf? Yeah. Can you do me a favor, Emma? Okay. Please don't eat any more nuts. Sorry, but your tummy doesn't like nuts even after the hibernation festival. Oh. It means I know. It's mean, I know. But your tummy aches are mean too, aren't they? Yes. So you keep off the nuts, and we'll think of some nice things for your tummy to eat, okay? Yeah, okay. Oh my god. Kids with nut allergies, man. All done? Yep. Took you longer than usual today, but given the circumstances, I'm willing to turn a blind eye to that. Let's see. Well, I did a good job, though, didn't I, Dr. Krakowski? What have you got for me today? I don't have anything for you. Dr. Thibault was waiting for you. Why? Couldn't say. However, he did ask if I could give you the rest of the day off. I'm not happy about it, but I said yes. Guess it must be important then. Do you think I should go to his office? You can if you like, but you won't find him there. How do you know? Because he just made himself comfortable in our break room. Oh. It's just the way he is. Alright. Theobald, where's the rooster? Hi, Mia. Morning, Billy. Oh, excuse me. Irma's, but yeah, because she's dead. I figured she didn't make it. Sorry to ask. But that must have been your first death, right? Yep. Oh, man. Try to get over it. The sooner you get used to it, the better. That's kind of mean. Hi, Dr. Theobald. Thank you for coming. Sure, Dr. Theobald, what could I do for you? Nothing, but I wanted to talk to you. First of all, I would like to thank you. You've done an excellent job these past few days. Thanks. Is that all you wanted? Nope, not at all. I heard about Irma Delcama's passing, of course. Tragedy, truly. Like so many others here in Porcupine, I knew Irma and liked her a lot. Miss her very much, the whole town will. But you were the one who looked after her and you were there for her final days. Irma, the first patient who's died under your care. Yeah. Sorry to hear that. It's not uncommon to struggle getting your them off your mind. I think that's the first typo we found in this entire game. The first time. I still remember my first two. I think I know what you mean. I still think about Mrs. Delcama a lot. It was yesterday, Finley. You're allowed. Just try not to let those affect you much. After all, there are still plenty of people depending on your help. I'm talking too fast, so I'm yawning a lot. Don't get distracted from looking out for them. It's Irma's funeral service this afternoon. It will be held at Gilbert's. Giuliano hosts most of the funerals in this town. I'm sure this one will be especially hard for him. Aw, you should be there. You'll feel better afterwards, believe me. I mean, I can go to the service? You're excused for the rest of the day. I'm sure Mrs. Delcama would have invited you anyway. Okay then, I'll be there. Thank you, Dr. Theobald. No need to thank you, then. Say goodbye to the old lady for me. It's so sad. To the bar for a funeral. Take care, kiddo. Don't slip in the snow. I already pulled something in my back this morning. Aw, poor Ingrid. I'm not hungry. I wouldn't be hungry for that vending machine either, Finley. Homie said that was there the first harvest festival. Oh, whoa. I know I could jump on that window. Wait a minute. He's using his little wingy wings to fly. Like the breath that trails behind him. Oh, the toucan's here. Finley, I wanted a cup of coffee. don't seem like you like the smell of much either, do you? It smells a bit stale. Yeah, that porcupine really don't like that weather. So you're here too, young one. It's good to see you. Roller coaster life never stops, does it? A few days ago we gathered to celebrate. Today we've gathered to weep. I can't decide if it's been a few days or like one day. Finley. Hey, Giuliano. So sorry. I wish I had more. Finley. It's okay. Thank you for coming. I know we haven't known each other long, but it means a lot to me. Please make yourself at home. There's food and drink. Go ahead, take a seat. Just make yourself at home. Is there really nothing I can do for you? Come to think of it, there is one thing actually. Anything you want. What is it? There's a colleague of yours here too. He didn't hang around for long. He just stood in the corner and didn't talk to anyone. I think he went out the back door. I haven't seen him since. Could you see if he's still there? I checked myself, but I got my hands full. Here I am asking for your help. It's no problem. I'd be happy to do it for you. Thank you. Bet it's Carl. I'll talk to these people before I leave. Sure, Pina made the figure. It's a nice tradition. Proud of you, Pina. Pa. Do you know Irma? Of course. I love stopping around chat for her with her during my rounds. She's always sitting on her window with a plate of cookies next to her. She always makes me coffee on cold days. I love one of her coffees right now. Irma, I can't believe she died like that. It's so unfair. Wow, you're here. Sorry, Finley. I know how much Irma liked. You liked Irma. Are you feeling okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Just happy I could be here today. Me too, even if it has been a little stressful for me. Don't worry about anything for Irma. If there's anything I can do for you, just say. Hey, Finley. Ted, you're here too? Of course, I've really fallen in love with this little bar. I didn't know there was a funeral today. I didn't know the deceased at all, but I'd still like to be here for the wake. Sure, he'll be glad to see you. Crash a funeral. Oh. Gregor, you're here too? Get lost, kid. No, you wanna come inside? Service is about to start. No, there's food and drink too. Lots of people are here. Leave me alone. Okay. Have I left you alone long enough? It's all my fault. No, it's not, Gregor. What do you mean? Doing the best I can. I know the hospital relies on me. I'm the one who's supposed to look after it all. If the old lady hadn't gotten sicker, if the water damage hadn't happened, if I'd just taken better care of the hospital, then maybe she wouldn't have. It's my burden to bear. I'll never forgive myself. All those people in there. See the way they look at me. They know it's my fault. It's not your fault. I felt the same way. I was the one treating her right up until the end. I still didn't believe she'd get better. I didn't want to face the fact that she was gonna die. But the moment she passed, I knew she was at peace with it. She was old and her body was weak, and she was happy. She didn't want people looking after her all the time, and that's okay. I did my best, and you did too. But sometimes things crumble and collapse anyway. Sometimes we have to say goodbye to good people. Sometimes we can't help them. I'm going in now. You can come with me if you want. I can't. I'm gonna stay here. Okay. But if you change your mind, just know that you'll be welcome. Sure, whatever, I should go. I don't want to disturb the bereaved. You should do what feels right for you. No one's forcing you to stay. He rolled his eyes at me. Yeah, you're right. Let's go in. If we go in at the same time, they won't all be staring at me. I can slip away quickly if I need to. Sounds good. Yeah, come on, great. So what'd you find him? Yep, he's the janitor at the hospital. He doesn't want to come in. I think he needs some time himself. I think we all do. I'm glad he's here, though. Speaking of which, are you holding up? Coping. But please let me know if there's anything I can do. I will. Please sit down. It's about to start. Dear guests, could I have your attention for a moment? Thank you all for coming. I can barely bring myself to speak. But last night, Irma, my dear mother, passed away. She was a real talker, always telling stories. She was surrounded by people who loved her. That's you guys. Thanks for all that, all of you. When I was little, she taught me how to play an instrument. She practiced with me, and I hated every second of it. But when I was playing, her eyes would just light up. I wish she could look at me that way again. I want to play a very special song for you. A song Irma requested every time I picked that instrument up. Remember one day it was really frosty when I had to deliver my letters. I slipped on a patch of ice. My whole mailbag fell into the river with all the letters inside it. And I tore my cruciate ligament. Irma not only helped me fish every single letter out of the river, she even dried them, restored them, and delivered them for me. Irma worked with my parents in a restaurant. Things had been going downhill for a while when Irma came up with a new dish. Rainbow beet gratin. It was a hit before long. It was the only dish anyone wanted. Irma and I used to play backgammon together every Thursday in the summer. How'd you know Irma, Finley? I'll tell you how that squirt knew Irma. He's the one who let her die. That's the truth. Irma was in great shape, and one day she just bends over, sprains an ankle, ends up in the hospital. A few days later, suddenly she's sick, real sick, and then she just dies. I'm telling you, it's that guy's fault. Him and all the stuff at that awful hospital. I just heard him talking about it right now. They're letting the hospital deteriorate. It's so bad the folks who go there pick up new diseases in the wards. Irma didn't even have pneumonia until they took her to that dump. I'm telling you, Irma didn't just die, she was murdered there. If St. Ursula wasn't so useless, Irma would be with us today. We'd be celebrating, not mourning. Everyone who works there should stand up and take a blame for this. We'd all be better off if the hospital was torn down and never darkened our skylines again. Ralph, that's a crock of nonsense. No, hold on. Maybe he's got a point. Yeah, St. Ursula's is dangerous to us all. That's right, we need to run these murderers out of town. Maybe it would be better that way. Look around, do you see anyone else from the hospital except this clown? Exactly. They don't even have the nerve to come to her funeral. Because they know it's their fault. Plain as the nose in your face. But quiet, everyone. Please. This isn't about pointing the fingers at anyone. This isn't about St. Ursula's. It's about Irma, my mother, your friend. Finley? Yeah. Sorry you have to ask you this, but perhaps it would be best if you leave. Please, I don't want this argument to ruin tomorrow's floor. It's not his fault. Make it up to you, I promise. Let's talk later. Ugh. Oh man, that didn't go how I expected. It's like my cell phone has no reception, Gilbert's. Mia and Carl both tried to call me. Mia's our buddy, let's call her back. Hey, Finley. Thanks for calling me back. I was worried when I saw you today. Are you okay? I'd be lying if I said I was. Oh, I don't know if it'll help, but actually I have plans for tonight. I'm gonna need to get my minds off things, and I'm guessing you might want to as well. If you come along, we could help each other. Pina will be there too. Sure, why not? Cool. I just got off work. I'm standing in Milltown Square. Perfect, I'm heading your way now. Let's meet at the hospital entrance. Okay. Ugh, they kicked him out of the funeral. That's so mean. I'll go through this little bit, I think, and call it for the stream. Fortunately, with that big interruption. Yeah. Is the funeral over already? Dr. Cassie told you were there. Sure was. There was an argument. People said it was my fault Irma died. What? I wanted to explain myself, but didn't get the chance. That's so mean. Makes me so angry. Yeah. We changed the subject to maybe anything special going on in your life. Today's my stage debut. What? Rehearsing with the Porcupine amateur dramatic groups for the first time. Wanna come watch? Wanna get used to having an audience. Do I need anything? Much, listen, nod. Don't be too harsh of a critic. I can do that. Let's go. Rehearsals take place in a small stage in the park. Okay, I know where that is. Let's go it out. It's gonna be a cold rehearsal. Man doesn't even have a coat on, just a sweater. Greasy cow. Why'd you turn around? Yeah. So glad you came. You brought Finley with you too. Yeah, he asked if you wanted to come, but just to watch. Watching? Nonsense. You're just in time. One of our members dropped out today. Got the flu at the festival or something. Can we still rehearse without them? Sure we can. You brought the perfect replacement. But... oh yes, Finley, please say you'll join me. I'm sure that's what I need to feel more comfortable in my first role. Alright. Yay. Ooh. I was in the theater group in elementary school, but I might be a little rusty. What's the play? Will it even work with someone new in the role? That's what's so great. We're an improv troupe. We give everyone a role at the start of the show just to see what happens. Tonight we got something very special in store. A terrible crime that needs solving. Wahaha. I'm scared already. You're telling me. And you, Finley, are going to be our detective, the private eye. The guy who is a little too tough for the police. Basically the referee. It'll be great practice for the rest of the group. Oh, I hope I can pull this off. I know you can. This could be great. Everyone ready? Yup. I'm already pumped. Let's go. Alright, you've all been given a brief on your roles. Any questions? Good. Folks, we got 2 new additions today, so to celebrate, I've come up with something special. Listen up, everyone. We opened up in an old hospital at 6 in the morning. There's a storm outside, the rain's coming down in buckets. As one by one you enter the building. Shortly after the shift begins, we hear a chief physician's voice breaking a horrifying scream. Oh, ah! Come on, you can do better than that one. Let me feel your terror. Ah! Much better. Body's been found in the chief physician's office, but it's not just any body. It's the body of the chief physician's personal assistant. You gather in the break room. Fresh coffee still bubbling in the pot when the door flies open once more. Into the room strides none other than the city's most famous detective. Finley, that's your cue. He does not want to be a part of this. His face is grave, his steps determined, and the questioning begins. Finley, you just let me know when you're ready to give your verdict, okay? Okay. Alright, folks. Let the interrogation begin. You don't understand how awful it was. If it were just a dead body, I wouldn't have been so shocked. I've seen more than a few of them over the course of my career. But in my office? Before the 3rd cup of coffee? What's the world coming to? How am I doing, Finley? Am I convincing? You're doing great. But you need to stay in character. Oh yeah, oops. Ahem. I'd like to ask you about the incident. Yes, of course. I think we want to get to the bottom of this as soon as possible, too. Where were you at the time? Did you notice anything unusual? Do you suspect anyone? Where were you? I'm busy, so keep it short. Very well. I'll be brief. Where were you when the incident happened? I wasn't in the building at the time of the incident. I'd already left early yesterday evening. I always try to get here as soon as possible, as a rule. That way I can finish the day's work early, too. Only today my car broke down, so I didn't arrive until the same time as the rest of the staff. The breakdown service took forever, but maybe it was lucky for me at the end. Otherwise, it could have been me lying there on the cold floor. Horrible. That does rule me out completely as a suspect, though. I see. You suspect anyone? If you ask me, it was the nurse, anyway. My PA made some nursing cuts a few weeks ago, and I've heard nothing but complaints ever since. She has also a penchant for being unprofessional, unemotional, if you know what I mean. Is there anything else you'd like to add? I can't stop wondering why it happened in my office of all places and how. The only person with me besides me, the key, was my assistant. We couldn't stand each other. I don't know what he was doing in my office. As far as I know, he was never in my office unless I was there too. His key was only for emergencies. Please hurry up. I'd love to help, but I've been busy all morning. Where were you? Did you notice anything? You suspect anyone? Do you know anything about the chief? Well, I don't think my boss would kill anyone. She has a lot of money in a nice apartment. Why would she ruin that all? Nah, I don't see her doing that. Where were you? Busy, eh? With what? Sometime last night, the damn pipe in our basement burst again. That's the 3rd time this month. Another typo. Not that anyone cares. And everything's underwater. So I spent the whole morning on my hands and knees down there tinkering around. And then I thought, what strange object in the water? And hey presto, I had the murder weapon in my hand. Not that I knew that at the time anyway. Did you notice anything else? I don't know if this is relevant, but I talked to that guy a lot. Out on the stairs after work, he's the only guy that smokes apart from me. 2 days ago, he was saying weird stuff. though someone was following him, stuff like that. Managed to calm him down, told him he was imagining it. Turns out he wasn't. Alright. Really happened was terrible, I still can't believe. I was even in the place. Where were you? Where in the building were you at the time? I was coming extra early because I like to work in peace if the hustle bustle starts. I was at my office all morning, going through patient records. I haven't been here long. I was eager for a fresh start after my previous hospital, and I get along with everyone here. But I'm still trying to get up to speed. Anything unusual? As you may already know, I'm pretty new here, so I probably wouldn't even notice if there's something out of the ordinary. But maybe that will help provide a more objective view than your colleagues. Yeah, I suppose so. Do you suspect anyone? I don't want to make false accusations, but there's one thing as happens. Our chief physician came to see me a few days ago. She asked me to keep an eye on the janitor. I think he was seen hanging around my floor a few times heading into the storeroom. Some people suspect of him stealing medicine. And have you noticed anything? Nope, I've never seen them there. But maybe the murder victim caught him in the act. Wouldn't wish that on anyone, truly. Are you getting along with your physician? At the risk of sounding like a phony, I respect her very much, and I'm glad to have the opportunity to work under her, and I can learn a lot from her. What do you think about the janitor? I'm mainly staying out of his way. Since the boss pointed out her suspicions to me, I know she said to keep an eye on him, but I always get the shivers down my spine at the idea of having dealings with a criminal. I have a new question for him then. Oops. I didn't mean to ask her again. Tell me about the new doctor. She hasn't been here long, just a couple of months. She's proven a good fit. I was skeptical at first, but didn't know if she was assertive enough. It's worked out fine at the end. She's not normally very reliable, though I did find a stack of uncompleted files on her desk just today. I'll be honest with you, I've always had a suspicion that he was up to something crooked. He's always been creeping around, cropping up where you least expect him. I think he's been stealing, but I don't have proof yet. Okay. Last guy. I don't know how that could have happened. It was the chief physician. I'm sure, but you gotta believe me. She would have done anything for him. But she swept that under the table. If he threatened her with it, he wouldn't hesitate to resort to such means. Anything to preserve her career. I did see her leaving the building last night. When I was just starting my night shift, but that doesn't mean anything at all. Where were you? Me, I was only here for a cigarette break. I just gotten back from the night shift. I was going straight home after that. Did he just say that the suspect... Is there anything else that might be relevant besides your theories? Well, I don't know if it's really relevant, but before the PA started here, he was working at a hospital. He was falsely accused of involuntary manslaughter, so they fired him. Can you imagine that? Spoke to anyone? I told you, the chief. Spoken to the new doctor at all. I've heard the news first started here, but I've never really talked to her. He's a nice guy. We used to smoke together a lot because of our shifts sync up well. They don't sync up anymore. He's pretty reliable. Okay. So, you have anything to say about your papers? Do you know how your chief felt about her assistant? Where she was today? I don't know the kind of relationship that my boss had with the PA. She always leaves the building at the same time on Mondays. I think it's because she wants to catch a show of doctors on TV. She's always on at the time. That's what someone told me, at least. I don't think she's a suspect. I think she's a smart woman. I don't think she would have killed anyone in her own office. Where she'd be the one, the most obvious suspect, but that's just my opinion. I was cursing her head off when she arrived this morning because her car broke down. I saw them towing it away. I've heard differently. Never tried to hide it. Maybe not everyone knew that it suited me just fine. But me and the PA clashed pretty often. He didn't always agree with my methods and opinions. And yeah, sometimes that made me angry, but angry enough to kill him? I'd never do that. No one gets along with every single one of their colleagues, and I'm no exception. That's normal. Should speak to the ambulance driver. I've seen him a few quarters a few times, but apart from the friendly nod here and there, we never really interacted. Oops. I keep on asking them over and over again where they were. What do you think about the ambulance driver? We used to smoke together, that was pretty nice. He's quit now. Oh. So we don't see each other that often. It's also been weird recently. Maybe he wants a job or something, but he's been chasing the PA around a lot. Aha. Quit smoking, huh? Okay, you said your car was fixed, but you got it towed. Told me earlier that the PA couldn't stand each other, right? That's correct. Interesting, especially as I've heard from various sources the two of you get along very well. That is wild speculation. And anyway, it shouldn't make me even less of a suspect for anything. True, I lied, but only did it for the sake of my image. I don't want to be the kind of boss who's known for playing favorites, so I treat everyone the same. I don't think I've ever talked to him. I don't interact with most employees on a regular basis, if you know what I mean. Okay. I think it was this guy. I told you don't smoke anymore. You said you were taking a cigarette break. You don't smoke anymore. I'm not a murderer. I would never kill him. No, I don't smoke, but I'm allowed to go anywhere in the hospital. Wherever I want, especially to my own brother's office door. You heard right. He was my brother. I've never hurt my own family. I'd rather kill myself. He may have not have wanted to see me, but I can't help it. That he died before he could change his mind. And I know he would have done if I could have just talked to him again yesterday. What? Well, let's pick one, I guess. No, I couldn't stand him, but it doesn't make me a murderer. If I went around wanting to murder people, I'd have started doing it a long time ago. I'm not saying I did. Fact is, he just wasn't a nice guy. Ask the new doctor, she'll tell you. He really had it in for her. More of a motivation than I'd ever have. I didn't even realize I could talk to Pina. I was on duty on another word all night. Couldn't have killed him anyway. Questions. I was on duty. I don't know exactly when he was killed, but you're welcome to talk to the patients in the ward. Spent a lot more time here that morning. Conversation in room 7. She didn't feel well and she really wanted to talk to somebody about it. Not to mention giving them her whole life story. I remember wondering about the light. The light was on the chief physician's office, though that was sometime early this morning. No, I didn't see any. Or wait. Janitor? I saw the janitor on that floor. He said he was looking for a ladder for some repair work. Fortunately, I couldn't help him. I had my hands full. Did the new doctor really get along with anyone? Really don't know anything about her. Something to do with the fact that she came here to the same hospital. The name is similar anyway, but whether they knew each other, I have no idea. It's a while since P left her. Ran her several times yesterday. She said she went to move some files from her office into other offices. Spent all morning carrying boxes around. Oops. Must have implied that you might have had about it after all. Personal dislike combined with the nursing cuts. Doesn't mean I killed him. Being temperamental doesn't mean that I'm a murderer. He made him service worse, and I could have laid into him about that then. But did I do it? No. Am I sad that he's dead? No. I'm still not a murderer. I don't know who that is. Did you ever have any contact? No, never. You know the hospital's a big place. If I ran around making friends all day, what would have happened? She's my boss, what more can I say? Get along, he's a nice guy, not very talkative. This is so confusing. What did he say? I have no clue who this could be. So he was in the basement, he says, with the murder weapon. She was dealing with her car. We know there are papers on her desk. So the only... Ugh. The nurse was in the other ward. So only one person who could have done it committed a heinous act. Even though every single one of you had a motive, the solution is crystal clear. I think it was the ambulance driver. No, but no, it really wasn't. Tell me one of us didn't play well enough, or what's the problem? I'm a doctor, not a detective. It's probably just as well. It was obviously the new doctor. After all, she was the only one with alibi who contradicted by anyone. She spent all morning working on files, but the nurse was clear she's kept running the doctor in the hallway. So what was the motive then? Is it obvious? The PA knew the doctor used to work at the same hospital. Manslaughter got him fired, which they could have never proved was him. Oh. She took it so badly. She followed him to a new hospital, and when she caught him in the chief physician's office, she received the opportunity for revenge. I didn't catch that she was running around. So what do you think of the snow? The snow? The show? Well, we would call it a hammy acting show. It's pretty straightforward. I can't believe you couldn't solve the murder. Why not? It was tough. A bunch of amateurs made it easy for you. That's not very nice. Nice has nothing to do with it. It's about acting. The only thing that keeps us grounded in this world. Do you have any tips for me? I'd like to know it's worth the effort. I can't really spare the time. We'll sleep now. Farewell. You don't have any tips. Hello? Said she's not answering anymore. That was exciting. My knees are still knocking. My acting needs some practice. I'm gonna get going now. What about you guys? Stay for sure for a little bit. Finley, do you have a moment? Alright, get home safe. Night, crime busters. I didn't know it was about a murder. Sorry. I hope it wasn't too much for you. I really enjoyed it though. Without you, I probably wouldn't have come. I think it's to get my mind off things. Finley, I don't know how you're feeling right now. I don't know what it's like to have somebody dies for you on the first time. I assume it'll have to happen sometimes too. Pretty scared of it. Terrified. Usually part of your job, and a good doctor needs to be able to handle it. Hey, it might never happen to you. You're a great doctor. I think that's unrealistic. But when it happens, I want to be ready. What are you thinking right now? Not much. All I want to do is sleep. Thanks for joining me. Wouldn't have had the nerves without you. Maybe you'll want to do it again in the future, but I want to be the detective. Sure you can. And if you're struggling, you can always come to me just like you do here. But it's hard to think. Both of us in life general. I think I like it here. People, little streets. Hibernation festival's great. I think I could feel at home, especially with a partner in crime like you. Let's make sure that few people die here as possible. That's the deal. Deal? Yeah. Deal. All the world stage. Good night, world. Good night, stage, if you will. Oh. Well, with that ominous knock at the door, that's where I'm gonna end it so I don't lose my voice for later. Thank you all for watching. We'll be on with League of Legends later tonight. Have a good day.